Now let's turn to our nation's capital, where Trump's nominees for his incoming administration continue to meet with senators on Capitol Hill, hoping, of course, to get some approval as they go into confirmation hearings. Joining me now, Florida Congressman, also a retired captain of the U.S. Army, Congressman Greg Steube. Welcome in, Congressman Steube. It's good to have you today.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
Well, you know, Pete Hegseth has been doing the rounds a little bit longer than some of the folks we're seeing today and yesterday, Tulsi and Cash. And now Joni Ernst is saying after a second meeting, she's a little bit more encouraged to support him. As your military background, a former captain in the U.S. Army, what did you make of this back and forth? Obviously, Ernst, some say, was also on a short list for that job, and that may have blurred some of her initial comments about Pete Hegseth. Do you think he is a good pick? And furthermore, do you think he'll get confirmed?
Yeah, I think he's going to put warriors first and bring the Department of Defense out of this woke ideology that's been infested into the Department of Justice under the Biden administration. I talked to a senator this morning that seems to think that Hegseth is well on his way to getting confirmed, along with Tulsi and Cash. And the bottom line is President Trump won overwhelmingly, won the swing states. We have to put his people in, and the Republican senators need to respect that. And I think they're going to move forward, and we can get the America First agenda through. And one of the first places that we have to do that is in the Department of Defense. So I'm very happy to hear that Joni and other senators are obviously warming to Pete Hegseth's nomination. I think Trump's got to get all of these people in right away. The Senate's got to move into confirmation hearings right away so that he can get his cabinet in right away and get to work for the American people.
You know, it's important to note, too, out of 72 cabinet secretary nominees since Clinton, only 2 have ever received no from the president-elect's party. So well articulated there. But Donald Trump having this mandate and having his choices here. Let's talk about Laura Trump. She officially stepped down from her co-chair role at the RNC. There's a lot of talk about her being the next senator of Florida to fill, of course, Marco Rubio's position, as he's expected to be Secretary of State as a congressman from Florida. What do you think her chances are?
Well, the president has made it very clear that he wants Laura to be in that Senate seat. It ultimately all lies in the decision of Governor DeSantis. So he has stated that he's going to interview people, and that's going to go into January when he makes that decision. So we'll see what Governor DeSantis wants to do. Does he want to do what President Trump wants him to do and put somebody in there that's going to be America First? If it's not Laura Trump, it better be somebody that's going to stand with the America First agenda, that's going to stand with President Trump. Again, he has a mandate to the American people, and the senators from Florida have always supported the president, so whoever that's going to be has got to support President Trump and his agenda in the Senate.
Well, as someone who's down in Florida, it's interesting and great to see all sort of the Florida connections here with this incoming administration. But something they dealt with here, and you know very well, and you're trying to get more support, is one of the deadliest hurricane seasons, not just for Florida, but also the Carolinas. And, you know, they're trying to rebuild. You've got Biden going to Africa. He's got $1 billion over there. There was that terrible story, as you know, about them skipping over people with Trump signs. Tell us about, Congressman Steube, the STAND Act when it comes to domestic relief over foreign aid, and where it is right now, and who it's going to help.
Yeah, after seeing Biden give $1 billion to Africa, and we have an American people, especially in my district, that has been ravaged by 3 hurricanes in 3 months, 2 in 2 weeks. Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton devastated my district, and my district still has debris that needs to be removed, still has tarps on the roof, and Joe Biden's given $1 billion to Africa and completely ignoring constituents and Americans that have been affected by natural disasters. So I filed a bill that would not allow the executive branch to give money to foreign entities when there has been declared disasters and natural disasters and Americans that are hurting. It's really frustrating and quite frankly disgusting that our administration with Joe Biden as president wants to give $1 billion to Africa when people in Western North Carolina, people in my district, people in Florida that have been ravaged by hurricanes get absolutely nothing.
That's right. America First. Congressman Greg Steube, it's a pleasure to have you. Thanks so much for joining us today right here on Newsline, sir.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.